Vasudevasutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pularavindayata Patra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purna Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Namo Namaha. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are joining. We are in the last leg of the fifth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We have been covering the stories from Mahabharata also. Mahabharata, this regarding Ashwathama. Ashwathama, though an incarnation of Lord Shiva himself, and got associated with the wrong company. He made friendship with Duryodhana. Duryodhana, he was a negative to the core. Because of the wrong company, and he dedicated his life for Duryodhana. Dronacharya, his father Dronacharya had taught the Brahmastra to Arjuna. Ashwathama, seeing that one father has taught this one to Arjuna, he also wanted to acquire the knowledge of Brahmastra so that he will counter Arjuna by being on Duryodhana's side. Dronacharya, seeing the Ashwathama was pestering his father, Dronacharya knew his son was not fit for having a knowledge of Brahmastra. So, and since he was pestering, he taught him only the partial. He taught him how to discharge the Brahmastra, and he did not teach how to withdraw it. Only halfway through, like we are learning a driver's car driving, we have been taught how to start the car, but we are not taught how to stop the car. It is half-baked. Ashwathama was very disappointed with his father. Though I am his son, he did not teach me. So he went to Dwaraka. Lord Shri Krishna himself tells this story. He came to Dwaraka, and being a Brahmana, came to Dwaraka. Lord Shri Krishna welcomed him and washed his feet and asked him for the reason for visiting Dwaraka. Ashwathama said his purpose of coming to Dwaraka, he wanted the weapons of Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna heartily laughed and said, "You want my weapons? Please take them. Which one you want? Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Sharanga, it's a Sudarshana Chakra. What weapon you want? You can take anything." And as Ashwathama was very surprised, and he said, "I don't need any other weapons. I just want your Sudarshana Chakra." Lord Shri Krishna said, "You just wanted that one. For that you have come all the way. Yes, take and go." And Ashwathama was so happy. Shri Krishna had kept the Sudarshana there. "You take and go." He tried all his might to lift Sudarshana. He could not able to lift. And out of frustration, he walked out. And Shri Krishna, he had asked him why he wanted Sudarshana. Sudarshana, he said he wanted the Sudarshana Chakra so that he could use it against Lord Shri Krishna himself. That was the evil thinking in association of Duryodhana. But and Lord Shri Krishna, he said, take and go. He could not able to lift that one. And if the wicked intention is there, you cannot succeed. And at the end of the war, out of frustration, to please to fulfill the promise he made to Duryodhana, he discharged the Brahmastra. He discharged the Brahmastra to Arjuna's Subhadra, Arjuna's wife Subhadra, having a baby in her stomach, Abhimanyu. Parikshit, Arjuna's son, Abhimanyu's wife, Uttara was pregnant. Abhimanyu already had died. Uttara was pregnant. Ashwathama said, I will annihilate the family clan of Pandavas. With this Brahmastra, this Uttara is pregnant. May this Brahmastra go into her womb and destroy the baby. It did penetrate, and as it was coming out, it was burning inside. And Ved Vyasa said, withdraw this weapon. He said, sorry, I don't know how to withdraw. Then Ashwathama was a brahmachari, not married. And Arjuna, Ved Vyasa told Arjuna, withdraw this Brahmastra, and one who is following a brahmachari will be able to withdraw the Brahmastra. Arjuna already had married he had 3 wives, and he could able to withdraw. Ashwathama could not able to withdraw. And after that, I will touch upon that story later, but after that, Shri Krishna said he got his arrogance because of he has a Shiro Ratna. At the crown, there is a jewel is there. That jewel, he acquired that jewel, because that jewel, since he had that one, he could able to endure thirst and hunger. Remove that one. Arjuna cut off that jewel, and after that, Ashwathama came to his senses. He started repenting. What I did in association with wrong people, he was repenting, and for 1,000 years he was roaming around for thousands of years. He had all type of diseases in his body, walking around, and body was smelling. And after that, he was purged of that one. And now also, Ashwathama is believed to be living as a Chiranjeevi. As a Chiranjeevi, he is still living amidst us. And there is a Chiranjeevi Mantra. If you want to bless anyone with long life and good health, this Chiranjeevi Mantra is Chiranjeevi Mantra. Chira means long, Jiva, you live for long. 7 Chiranjeevis are there. They are protecting the guarding the earth still. And in our culture, when you are applying the oil on your head, when you are taking a bath, that make 7 dots of oil on the floor and join them and apply. It is a blessing for yourself, and may you live long with healthily. The mantra Ashwathaama, Balirvyaaso, Hanumanshcha, Vibhishanaha, Krupascha, Parshuramo, Saptaitey Chiranjivinaha. The 7 Chiranjeevis, by remembering them, you also will live long and healthy. It's a blessing on yourself, and if you want to bless others, this mantra. One is Ashwathama. He purged off his sin. Ashwathama, Bali, Lord Vamana, he curbed his arrogance, and the Lord is still guarding his in neither world, guarding his palace. Bali, Prahlada's grandson. Ashwathama, Balirvyasa, Ved Vyasa is still there as a Chiranjeevi. Hanuman is still there. Hanumanshcha, Vibhishanaha. Vibhishana is still there in a subtle form. In the fifth one, Kripacharya, Dronacharya's brother-in-law, Kripacharya, is still there, and Parshurama still there. These 7 Chiranjeevis, they are still in a subtle form, as they are still existing and supporting the sadhakas. By contemplating on these Chiranjeevis, you also will have good health and long life. Repeat after me. Ashwathama Balirvyaaso. Hanumanshcha Vibhishanaha. Krupascha Parshuramo. Saptaitey Chiranjivinaha. 7 Chiranjeevis, contemplating on that one, you lead a healthy life, long life. This is part of the culture. It's the responsibility of the parents to teach our culture. And yesterday, disappointing news, one person, he was here, he went to America. He called me up saying that his daughter's wedding, I asked him whether it's a temple wedding. He said, no, my daughter doesn't believe in our temple wedding. If this is the upbringing, who is responsible for that one? Today somebody called, his wife had passed away, and the funeral is on Monday, day after tomorrow, and I suggested take your children and to Badri or Haridwar, do the Pindadan, the final rites, immerse the ashes. And he said, my children have born and brought up here, they don't believe in these ones. This is what is called as tradition. We are losing our identity. And dharma vihinaha pashubhi samana. If you do not have a dharma, if you don't have a track in your life, you have wasted your life. The owners, more than the children, the parents are responsible for this one. If your children are treading a wrong track, who is accountable? Parents. They have not invested any time for themselves or children, and my children doesn't believe in doing the Shraddh. My daughter doesn't believe in temple wedding, and they are living like animals. This is not what we are supposed to live. Life should be with value. Without value, you are as good as an animal. You may have plenty of money. What is the value of that one? You have to lead a life with value. That is why I encourage all the parents and children to attend the Bhagavad Gita class, and with passion I am teaching the kids education also, kids yoga classes. I talk about these ones regularly. If the parents are not taking any interest, and you are held accountable for the wrong track, the living the animalistic life, if your children are leading, who is responsible? You are accountable. That is what Shastra says. The parenthood is not easy. It comes with lot of responsibility. If children are not following, like these are the live examples, one yesterday, one today, and if they are talking about that one, we have gone somewhere astray in our life. We have to be accountable. Life is not meant only for making money. Life is beyond that one. value-based life, enriched life. That is my talk in each and every class. Class also, I stress upon that one. That Bhagavad Gita also, I started this one to imbibe the values in the families so that you lead an enriched life. Arjuna Uvacha Sanyasam Karmanam Krishna Punar Yogancha Shamsashi Yashreya Yetayorekam Tanme Bruhi Sunischitam. Arjuna asked the question whether sannyasa should I withdraw or should I engage? I am confused. Tell me conclusively which one I have to follow. I am confused. Don't confuse me. Confuse me. Which one I have to follow? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sanyasa Karma Yogascha Nishreyasa Kara Ubho Tayostu Karma Sanyasat Karma Yogo Vishishyate. Sanyasa Karma Yogascha Nishreya, both are good. They are like two sides of the coin, and between them Karma Yoga, selfless action, is superior to just withdrawing. Jneyasa Nitya Sannyasi Yona Dveshtina Kankshati Nirdvandvo hi Mahabaho Sukham Bandha Pramuchyate. One who is a Nitya Sannyasi, perpetual renunciate, is the one never dveshti, one things did not go as planned, doesn't regret, keep on brooding, or if things are happening, hankering for more. Nirdvandvo hi Mahabaho Sukham Bandha Pramuchyate. Go transcends beyond the two dualities. Sukham Mahabaho Sukham Bandha Pramuchyate. That person alone can go beyond the shackles of life. Sankhya Yogo Prutak Bala Pravadantina Panditaha Ekamapya Sthita Samyak Ubayo Vindate Palam Yat Sankhye Prapyate Sthanam Tad Yogairapi Gamyate Ekam Sankhyancha Yogancha Yapashyati Sapashyati. Yat Sankhye, the height you reach through the Karma Yoga or Sannyasa Yoga, you both will lead to the top, same peak. Ekam, if you are steadfast in one path, it will automatically lead you onto the other track also. One who sees this one, ya pashyati, sa pashyati. One who sees this one really sees. Sanyasastu Mahabaho Dukkam Aptu Ayogataha Yoga Yukto Munir Brahma Na Chirena Digachati. You can say Na Chirena Digachati. Chira means, I mentioned Chiranjeevi. Chira means long. Na Chira means not long, quick. Sanyasastu Mahabaho, it says one who is established in sannyasa without karma yoga leads to sorrow in life. Not only you had to renounce unwanted thing, you had to get on to the positive thing. Just because you are withdrawing by itself, it won't give you any progress. Withdraw from irrelevant thing and engage yourself in the relevant thing. Without engaging yourself in the relevant thing, it will lead to happiness, it will lead to sorrow in your life. Yoga yukto, when you engage yourself, withdraw from irrelevant and engage yourself in relevant things, Munir Brahma na Chirenadi, will reach the highest, not in the too far in the distant future. And Yoga Yukto Vishuddhatma, Vijitatma Jitendriyaha, Sarva Bhutatma Bhutatma, Kurvan Napina Lipyate. Yoga Yukto, one Karma Yoga. Why we have to do the selfless action? Vishuddhatma, purifying your mind, purifies your mind. Vishuddhatma, Vijitatma means get control over your mind. Jitendriyaha, you will get control over your senses. Sarva Bhutatma, by doing Karma Yoga, selfless action, how you will be able to do? But one who pervades everywhere, Supreme Lord is there in everyone's being, everyone's heart. It's an worship to the Supreme Lord residing in everyone's heart. Then only you will be able to do Karma Yoga. Kurvannapi, by being engaged, one is not get tainted by that one. Naiva kinchit karomiti, yukto manyeta tattvavit, pashyan shrunvan sprishan jigran, ashnan gachan swapan shwasan, pralapan visrijan grihnan, unmishan nimishan napi, indriyani indriyarteshu, Vartanta iti dharayan. Naiva kinchit, when you are doing the selfless action, realizes that one is not doing anything. Everything happens because of the Lord. Even Pashyan, able to see things, it's not in my control. Able to hear, it's not in my control. Sprishan, able to feel, it's not in my control. Jigran, able to smell, is not in my control. Ashnan, able to eat, digest, it is not in my control. Walking, gachan, walking is not in my control. Legs are not in my control. Swapan, able to sleep, is not in my control. Shwasan, able to sleep. Shwasan, able to breathing, is not in my control. Pralapan, able to talk. Or Visrijan, able to excrete. Grihnan, hold. Nimishan, Unmishan, open the eyes. Nimisha, close the eyes. Animisha or Nimisha, close, open or close your eyes. Or all the senses, nothing goes as per your plan. It is not in your control. Nothing in your control. It goes as per the wish of the Supreme Lord. The selfless action, Karma Yoga, happens when you understand you are not the doer. Brahmanyadaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yaha lipyate na sapapena padmapatra vimambasa. Brahmanyadhaya, offering to the Supreme Lord. You are doing the Karma Yoga. You are doing the Karma Yoga, selfless action, to invoke the Supreme Lord with disengaging yourself. Sangam tyaktva karotiya, disengaging yourself from the selfish motive. And lipyate, that person, lipyate nasapapena, that person, the karma won't bind, effect of the karma won't bind that person like a water drop on the lotus leaf. Lotus water drop is there, it is like a droplet, it has not penetrated into the leaf, it is there, it can roll out any time. It is the karmanya dhaya, the selfless action. It is like that. There is no repercussion of the karma. If you want freedom in your life and not to get entangled, Shri Krishna says, urges us to get engaged ourselves in the selfless action. The selfless action he is talking about, and he said that at the same time he will connect us how to withdraw ourselves from the selfish motive. Withdraw from the selfish and engage yourself with the selfless action. That is the message of this chapter also. Kayena manasa buddhya kevalairindrayairapi yogina karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. Kayena manasa, with the body, mind and intellect, do the kevalair indriyair api. Kayena manasa, you have renounced the selfish motive, the results. There is no hankering for the selfish motive, desire for the selfish motive. You have renounced the selfish interest, though engaged physically, mentally and intellectually, all senses you are engaged, but you have renounced the selfish motive. Atma Shuddhaye, that type of action helps in inner purification. Yukta karma palam tyaktva shanti apnoti naishtikim ayukta kamakarena pale sakto nibadhyate. Yukta karma palam, when the integrated, you have engaged yourself with Sanyasa Yoga and Karma Yoga, and that person will get the happiness, lasting happiness. Naishtikim, lasting shanti, happiness, bliss. Naistiki means lasting happiness one enjoys. Ayukta, if there is no connection between the, you haven't renounced, and if you are renounced, you haven't engaged yourself in selfless action, pale sakto, that person get bonded in life. Sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukham vashi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan. Sarva karmani manasa, all the sannyasas sukham vashi. Engage yourself fully, but mental renunciation. Navadvare, though you are residing in the body with 9 apertures, naiva kurvanna karayan, you are not doing anything, or you have no obligation to, you are impelled to do. That means there is no bondage of karma. Mentally you have renounced, you are doing, engaging yourself, and you are not attached to anything. You experience the freedom in your life. If you are not renounced, whole life is spent, what to do, I have to do. What to do, I have to please somebody. What to do, whole life is spent on what to do, I have to please somebody. Shri Krishna says how to discover a freedom. Mentally renounce and engage yourself physically, mentally and intellectually, and you won't be under the shackles. Nadatte na kartrutvam na karmani lokasya srijati prabhu na karma pala samyogam swabhavastu pravartate. Na kartrutvam na karmani, obligatory duty, or the what has to be done, or the karmani, any action. Lokasya, God is not responsible for, He is not pushing us to do something, and not to hold God responsible for your positive action or negative action. Something happens, God is unkind to me, some lottery I won, and say that you worship this God, you will get lottery. You go to temple, I got a lottery. God is not responsible for your punya or papa. When you are holding, if you are saying that God is responsible, you are shrugging off the responsibility in your life. Lord is saying that you have to take ownership. If many people, they argue, if the Lord God has created the world, why there is a suffering? Shri Krishna says, God is not responsible for misery in my life or happiness in my life. He is not responsible for that one. My action, my desired prompted action, it leads, results in the outcome also. How to get over that one, Shri Krishna says not to take ownership. Say to yourself, I am not responsible for anything. Lord is doing I will offer everything, good or bad result I will offer to Him. I don't want to take any responsibility, yet I will do whatever comes in my way. I will throw my heart behind that one. I will throw my heart behind whatever I am doing, and I am not holding the God responsible. Duryodhana said in the I know what is good and bad. God in me is propelling me to do bad action. He was trying to put a blame on the Lord in his heart. He is making me to do wrong things. People take drugs. Why? God in me ask me to take drugs. Why I am doing all wrong things? God in me making me to do all wrong things. We are not taking responsibility, trying to shift the blame on somebody. Shri Krishna says, take ownership. Your life, the most important person, it is you are it is after all your life. You are the most responsible person. You have to take responsibility. You have to take responsibility, not shift the blame on others. Nadate kasyachit papam na chaiva sukritam vibhuhu ajnanena avritam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. Ajnana, ignorant people, they talk about that one, they only keep on blaming others, blame the God, and they get go down in their life more and more. They get entangled more and more. They never wants to correct themselves. They never wants to take on ownership. Lead a life consciously, mindful living, they are not at all interested. They want to shift the blame on others. Jnanena tu tadajnanam yesham nashitam atmanaha tesham adityavajnanam prakashayati tatparam. Like sun is rising, breaking the darkest night. When the sun rises, darkest of the night is dispelled. So is when the knowledge is dawned. The ignorance, all confusions in your life gets melted down. And in the scriptures, it talks about Lord Shri Krishna. He is the thief. Lord Shri Krishna in the scripture it talks about the hardcore thief is Lord Shri Krishna. He is called as Chora. I accumulated so much of sins in my life. He stole all my sins. He stole all my sins. He is called as the Chora, the greatest of the thief. Such a thief, to that thief, my salutation. However, with great care, I accumulated so much of sins in millions of life. without the conscious living, with greatest care. I did so much of blunders, accumulated so much of sins in my life. That Chora, perchance, he came into my life. He stole all my sins, and he unburdened myself. Tadbuddhaya tadatmana sannishta tatparayanaha gacchantya punaravritthim jnana nirduta kalmashaha. Therefore, tadbuddhaya, with your intellect, tadatmana, with your mind, sannishtat, tatparayana, with all your senses being tatparayanaha, offer yourself to the Supreme Lord. When your mind is so engaged, you are engaged both in sannyasa and karma yoga, you elevate yourself, gacchantya punaravrittim, you elevate yourself, you never will come back to the same old rut of your life. You are already in a different platform in your life. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shuni chaiva shopake cha pandita samadarshinaha. Vidya vinaya sampanne, vidya, one who realized that knowledge, vinaya sampanne, becomes very down to earth, becomes humble in life. Arrogance melts down. Vidya vinaya sampanne, brahmana, that person, when becomes very humble, down to earth, treats others appropriately. Maybe a brahmana, knower of the highest. A gavi means a cow, may it be a cow, or hasti, elephant, shuni, dog, shwapake, a dog meat eater, or a scholar. Whoever he comes across, he knows, he treats them appropriately. Never gets, he doesn't disrespect others or give over respect to others. He knows how to treat everyone appropriately. Level-headed. When you have the Sanyasa Yoga and Karma Yoga, you become level-headed in your life. Ihaiva tairjita sargo Yesham samye sthitam manaha Nirdosham hi samam brahma Tasmad brahmani te sthitaha. Sthitam manaha ihaiva tairjita sargo. When you are born, before giving up your body, establish this type of mentality. Level-headed thinking. Nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmat brahma samam brahma tasmat brahmani stitaham. Level-headed mind is a prerequisite for realizing the highest. You need both Sanyasa Yoga and Karma Yoga. Both of them will bring you to the center. Level-headedness is the prerequisite for realizing the highest. Na praharishyet priyam prapya no dvijet prapya cha priyam sthirabuddhim asammudo brahmavid brahmani stitaha. The level-headed person, na praharishyet, priyam prapya, doesn't go overboard when things are happening right. No dvijet prapya cha apriyam, start hating if things doesn't go as planned. Sthirabuddhim, level-headed, sthirabuddhim, asammudo, and no longer confused. Level-headed, brahma with brahmani stitaha. level-headed mind, that person realizes the highest, fit for realizing the highest. Bahya sparsheshva saktatma Vindat Atmani Yat Sukham. Sa Brahma Yoga Sa Brahma Yoga Yuktatma Sukham Akshaya Ashnute. Akshaya Ashnute. Akshaya means unbound. Happiness. Akshaya Sukha unbound, happiness unbound, Ashnute, one revels within. Bahya sparshastu asaktatma, one is level-headed, he knows outer things can give only momentary happiness. They cannot give me lasting happiness. However brilliant they are, that person knows. Sa Brahma Yoga Yuktatma, through the one starts reveling within, the source of happiness here, not in outer things. And when one realizes that my source of happiness, it doesn't lie outside, the source of happiness is right within, one starts reveling in happiness, unbound happiness within. Yehi sansparshaja bhoga Dukkha yonaya evate Adyantavanta kaunteya Nateshu ramate buddha. Ehi sansparshaja bhoga, one realizes outer things, however great, if I am only reveling in outer things, end result is sorrow. Adyantavanta, outer things, however great they are, maybe the friends or family members or your property investment, they have a beginning and end. Kaunteya na teshu ramate buddha. The wise person doesn't revel only in the outer things. He realizes the limitations of outer things. He gets connected within, the source of happiness within. Yonta sukantara rama tata antarjyotirevayah sayogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhuto digacchati. Yonta sukantara rama tata antarjyotirevayah. One who is most comfortable within, reveling within in the inner light. Sa yogi brahma nirvanam. That yogi is already free, liberated. Brahma bhuto adhigacchati. That person is already free. That person undoubtedly reaches the highest. Labante brahma nirvanam. Rishaya kshina kalmashaha. Not mrisha, you spread Brahma nirvanam. Then after that Rishaya. Labante Brahma nirvanam. Rishaya kshina kalmashaha. Chinnadvaida yatatmana. Sarvabhuta hiterataha. Labante Brahma nirvanam. One, the labante, freedom. One experiences the freedom. Rishaya, the great sages. Kshina kalmashaha. All the sins, when it melted down through this Sanyasa Yoga and engage in selfless action, they chinnadvaida yatatmana. They, through the Sanyasa Yoga, they cut asunder all wrong connections in their life, wrong judgments. All through I thought that was important, realizes the what are not required in the life, made, cut asunder wrong connection, chinnadvaida yatatmana. Effort, with effort, It is not easy. Conscious living, yatatmana, and engaging in karma yoga. Why doing the karma yoga? Sarva bhuta hite rataha. For the welfare of the everyone, for the welfare of every being in this world, they engage themselves. And they have melted all the karmas. They liberated themselves. They got the nirvana. Kama krodha viyuktanam yatinam yatachetasam abhito brahma nirvanam vartate viditatmanam. Kama krodha viyuktanam. When there is no personal agenda in my life, there is no longer selfish motive, there is no kama, desire no longer bind, and krodha, the son, anger is the son of the selfish desire. When I do not have any selfish motive, anger also anger. And kama krodha, without kama and krodha viyuktanam yatinam, the yogi, one who is trying for nirvana, yatachetasam, with trying with all being, abhito brahma nirvanam, that person is free outside as well as inside. Outside world cannot bind me, and inside also I am free. In both places, that person experiences the freedom. Sparshan krutva bahir bahya chakshus chaivantaro bhruvo chaivantare bhruvo pranapano samo krutva nasabhyantara charino. Sparshan kritva, the yogi is not a dull person. He is aware, she is aware, he or she aware what is happening in the outer world. Not at all totally disconnected. Aware of things. He or she is up to date. What is happening in the world. Sparshan kritva bahir bahya. But make sure that outside thing doesn't enter inside and haunts inside. Sparshan krutva bahir bahya. Outer things, he knows how to keep it outside. Chakshus chaivantaro bhruvo. Starts meditating, brings the gaze between the eyebrow center. Purpose of bringing the gaze in meditation, eyebrow center, to awaken the third eye. Third eye, the intuition opens. What is not revealed for the ordinary people, a meditator can get a gist of that one by contemplating. When the third eye opens, when the intuition opens, that is called a Shambhavi. Shambhavi Mudra, in yoga we do Shambhavi Mudra, awakening that one understands things intuitively. Bahir Bahya Chakshus Chaivantaro Bhruvo. Here awakens this one. The sixth sense, the outer worldly person never understands the truth. Whereas a yogi, awakening that one, understands that one. Prana Apana, both nostrils, engages both nostrils, inhale and exhale. Knows how to do the prana apana samo krutva. Make sure that both nostrils are working well. Make sure that one nostril is not blocked. Both nostrils are working well. If one nostril is not working well, that means pranayama is not happening. Nadi Shodhana is done to make sure that your both nostrils are working. You are balanced. When you are balanced, then only you can awaken the sixth sense, intuition center. Pranapana samau krutva nasa abhyantara charino. Experience the free flow of the air in the nostrils. Be aware of the air movement in the nostrils. Feel the coolness as the air is entering. Feel the warm air coming out as you are exhaling. This is the meditation process and pranayama process Shri Krishna has mentioned to get the awaken the intuition center to realize the higher possibilities in your life. We had done up to here last week. Yatendriya Yata Indriya Mana Buddhi Muni Moksha Parayanaha Vigate Cha Bhaya Krodha Yasada Mukta eva saha Yatendriya Mano Buddhi Munir Moksha Parayanaha Vigate cha Bhaya Krodho Yasada Mukta eva saha Ya Sada Mukta eva saha. That person is always free. Always, sada, always free. Who is that person? Vigate cha bhaya krodha. There is no vigata. Vigata. Without. Vi means without. Gata. No fear. Vigata. Bhaya krodha. There is no fear in life. No krodha. No anger in life. And anger is only mentioned. Kama previously it mentioned no fear and no anger. We are so scared when we think we are the doer. I am responsible. What if it did not happen? People may start laughing at me. People may start ridiculing at me. And what if it did not happen? I am so scared. What if it happens? Because I am taking the responsibility. When you offer everything to the Lord, I am taking no responsibility. Lord is looking after everything and I am not taking the ownership. He takes when the good time was there, who looked after? Won't He look after when He looked after me in a good time? Won't He look after me when I am in a tough time? Full conviction on the Lord. One who looked after me when I was in mother's womb, who looked after me when I in my childhood, who looked after me when I am a youth, who is looking after, one who looked after in the past, will look after now also. Vigate, no bhaya, krodha, no anger. No anger, that person is always free. Yatendriya, yata, one who is striving yogi. Mana, always striving. Yata, indriya, with all senses. Mana, mind. Buddhi, intellect. Munir, moksha. Muni is the one. Muni is the one, is not a chatterbox. Muni means mauna. Mauna, that person, talks sparingly, not a chatterbox, dispelling the energy, talks appropriately, because that Muni knows he is connected always inside, contemplating within. Muni is talking to the Supreme Lord within. He or she is not interested in being a chatterbox, talking to outside people. He is more interested chatting within with the Lord. Munir moksha parayanaha. The Muni, seeking a seeker of the liberation, it's without any anger, fear and anger. That person wanders around freely, always free in life. There is a joy looking at the face of that person. So much of joy, so much of peace is there. That person is radiating so much of peace. That person, that peace is a reflection of the freedom in life. When I am feeling so much of scared, anger, desire, the aura reduces. The grey aura appears. When you are having so much of joy, the blue aura around you, the aura around you increases. so much of positive aura, that person starts radiating. That person radiating, and that person, Muni means manana, my meditation. That person's life is spent in meditation. Whole life is a meditation. In the next chapter, the chapter is exclusively dedicated for meditation. 6th chapter. And Shri Krishna is slowly, the Sanyasa Yoga and Karma Yoga, he is slowly giving a preamble for the next chapter. And Bhokta, next shloka, last shloka, Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasa Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Jnatva Mam Shantim Richati Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Jnatva Mam Shantim Richati. In our yoga class, I've been covering the series on happiness. This is another happiness sutra. I will touch upon this one of these classes. Bhoktaram, whatever I have, it is not I am enjoying. Shri Krishna says the ultimate enjoyer of everything in this world is not you. It is not, you are not the enjoyer. I did a special dish today. I want to enjoy. Shri Krishna says, you are not the ultimate enjoyer. Since I am there in you, I am the enjoyer. Ultimate enjoyer is me. Be aware of that one. Never say, I am going to a party to enjoy. Chill out. Ultimate enjoyer is, think that its ultimate enjoyer is Supreme Lord. Bhoktaram, Yajna, whatever yajana, whatever worship I am doing, ultimate receiver of that one is Supreme Lord. Yajna, tapasa, whatever austerities I am doing, ultimate recipient of that one is directed to Supreme Lord. Tapasa, sarvaloka, the Supreme Lord is the controller of the whole universe. The Lord of the whole created being, whole universe is under the sway of the Supreme Lord. He is the ultimate enjoyer. Whatever you do, it goes to Him. Whether you know or not, He is the ultimate recipient. Suhridam, where he is residing? He is saying, Suhridam, He is residing comfortably in the heart of everyone. Since he is there in everyone's heart, I always say his another name is Vasudeva. Suhridam, he is there in everyone's heart. Sarvabhutatma, all beings, all animals, all beings. He is there in everyone, all animals, all beings, all people's heart. Sarvabhutatma, bhutanam, one who realizes Jnatva mam shantim richati. One who understands me. Shri Krishna says, I am not just a coward boy. Understand me as the highest. Sarva Loka Maheshwara. Know me as the Lord of the universe. Ultimate of everything. Everything under my sway. Whatever I am doing, it is directed. He is the ultimate recipient. Jnatva Mam, Shri Krishna says, one who understands, I am no longer the enjoyer. Ultimate enjoyer is the Supreme Lord. Whatever japa I am doing, whatever mantra I am doing, whatever worship I am doing, whether I know right or wrong, I don't know. Whatever I know a little, may be full of mistakes. Whatever I am doing, it is the ultimately it goes to Supreme Lord. When I realize I am not doing anything, ultimately He is the ultimate enjoyer. My mantra, Bhagavad Gita, I talked about this chapter, whether I talked right or wrong, maybe so many mistakes. Still, but I am not taking any responsibility. Lord made me to sit here and, right or wrong, offer it to the Supreme Lord. It goes to Sarva Loka Maheshwaram, one who understands that way. Shanti Mrichati, one revels in happiness within. Why Sanyasa Yoga is required, why Karma Yoga is required. We need happiness in our life. How to get happiness? Dedicate everything to the Supreme Lord, who is there in everyone's heart. Suhridam, why he is there in everyone's heart? Because he wants you to become good. Suhridam, to bring out the best. He is your best friend. He is so concerned about you. He's not to say that he's not at all concerned. Suhridam, he is there in everyone's heart. He wants you to be the best. He doesn't want you to get bogged down, get shackled and go down in your life. He is the sole well-wisher of your life. If we have any true friend in your life, Shri Krishna says, it is me. Suhridam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. I am your only friend you have. In Facebook, I may have thousands of friends. Shri Krishna says, I am your only friend. I am the ultimate. Offer, dedicate everything to me if you want happiness in your life. These three shlokas, repeat after me. Sparshan krutva bahir bahya. Chakshuschaivaantare bhruvo. Pranapano samo krutva. Nasabhyantara charino. Yatendriya mano buddhi. Munir moksha parayanaha. Vigate cha bhayakrodho. Yes sada mukta evasa. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam. Sarvaloka maheshwaram. Suhridam sarvabhutanam. Jnatva mam shanti mrichati. Om Tatsaditi Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Sanyasa Yogo Nama Panchamodhyayaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanooramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum